Welcome back, everybody. Remember, your data is your money, but your process is your profitability. Today on our Office PLM YouTube channel, we'll be discussing document management in the Microsoft Office integration. So, a lot of companies have a lot of supporting documents that support the engineering department. And those documents come in a lot of different flavors. A lot of them are Word documents, they could be PDFs, a lot of things, text documents, pictures, movies, you name it. But by and large, a lot of supporting documents come by the way of Office 365. So today what I'm doing is showing how we integrate to Office. In this example, you can see this is Microsoft Word, and in this in Word we have our toolbar built in. So this document here, this could be a product document, a spec, and you may want to classify it, and we'll show you how to do that. But you can also embed these attributes that might be helpful as well. So what am I talking about? Well, in this case, if I were to save this document into the PLM system, I'd simply just say save to Office PLM, and it's going to bring up the dialog box. It's going to auto document number. It's going to it's going to start its life at revision A. And the status we could start is work in process WIP. And we could say this is a intro to Office PLM. And use that for the description as well. And we can say this is a general document, or it might be a product documentation, something like that. And we say create. When we hit the create button, what it's going to do, it's going to vault this document and save it into the Office PLM system. You know, if we look over here, and we're going to see that if we were to query for documents in general, we would see that this document was just created. We could look for it a different way. Let's look for it for the document type we created, which was Office PLM documentation. And here it is. So we could see that it was vaulted like we suspected at Rev A in WIP. The status is in WIP. So let's go back to the document and sort of complete this. We might want to insert, I don't know, the document ID. We might want to insert the document number. We might want to insert the revision. And maybe the status. All of these things are good things that people like to know when they're working with a document. This is attribute information that helps them to know if this was the latest document or not. So we have inserted these properties into the document. And at this point, I would just, instead of saving it, I would go ahead and check it in. Checking it in means that I'm giving up ownership. I don't own it anymore. And this dialog box here is telling us that we're checking it in, and under revision A, and we're just going to say okay. So at this point, the document is checked in. And we can see that it's not locked anymore. We refresh this. It's not locked anymore. It's not checked out. And you can see the file name that it was used to create it. All of this information that was needed or that we wanted to put in this document now is available for someone else to use. So let's add this document to our favorites. And adding it to our favorites just means that we can have quicker access to it. We don't really need to search in any way. We can just click on our favorites tab and there it is. If we were to go back to Word, and in Word, we're going to say, I want to check out something. So I'm going to connect to the Office PLM system. It's going to start it up. And we're going to say, let's check out a document. So here, that favorite's going to be available for us just to click on. Or we could search for documents. You know, we could search for them in a lot of different ways. We could search by, again, the document type here, and we're going to see it. Or we could search by, you know, the extension. You know, it's a document, DOC. Here it is. Or we could just simply say, open my favorite. Check it out. So again, this Office integration is very powerful. It's easy to use. And not only is it useful for organizing your documents and validating them, I can also go ahead and check this back in. I can use this in addition with my workflow. So now this started its life. If you remember, we go back and look at it, this document is in a WIP state. So we could easily push this through a workflow to review it and release it. So let's submit it to the document approval workflow. And let's look at our inbox. And here's my task. And I'll view the workflow. And this is the workflow that's going to assist me. And maybe it needs to be routed through to other people. So the first thing it's going to do an auto state change to review. And then we're going to review it, approve it, and then it's going to release it. So I'm going to claim it. For those who have seen this earlier, I'm in a group of people that have the ability to do this work, and I'm going to claim this task. And then I can see that it's in an auto state, on automatically change this state. And if I refresh this WIP is now in a review state. So I could review it. Now that I've completed it, I'm going to move it on to the next assignment. The next assignment is to approve it. That's what it's asking me to do here. And once I've approved it, then it's going to auto state change it to released. So this was just a quick overview today of the Office integration using Word as an example to manage your documents.